What's up, YouTube? It's Tommy Forte with another video. This video is about the Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Uh, Real sad news. Not just for the black culture, young black kids, but for everybody. Marvel fans, people who was a fan of his work, uh, you know, and his family and all, as well. Uh, this has been a horrible year, 2020, especially for black people. You know, well, not just black people, but with the loss of Kobe Bryant, that was extremely devastating. For the sports world and a lot of black athletes and young kids who looked up to him. George Floyd. That's been devastating. Ahmaud Arbery, Bre Taylor, um, Jacob Blake. The coronavirus. It's just been a devastating year, and with Chadwick dying, so suddenly and unexpectedly, is kind of hurtful. Then they be able to explain it to the kids who looked up to him in Black Panther and stuff like that. It could be pretty hurtful, and not to mention his own family. But they said he had colon cancer. My mother died of colon cancer, and she lost weight. Between that and the chemotherapy, not being able to eat, different things like that, she lost a lot of weight, and it was you could see that she was sick. When you look at a lot of his interviews and pictures that he started to take, in the course of 4 years, you could see the change in his body, in his face, in his body and everything. He was losing weight. A lot of, dramatic weight. A lot of people was thinking he was preparing for a movie role, but he was actually sick. And my mother, she died in 2005, but she didn't really start losing weight like that. I'm gonna say maybe 2 years. She started losing, the weight in from 2003 to 2005. And she was sick for a while, but once she started taking the chemotherapy and, it started affecting her, the way she would eat and different things like that, it would take a toll on her body. And like I said, when he first appeared in Captain America and, 42 about Jackie Robinson and James Brown, he was probably sick then, but he probably wasn't taking the chemotherapy yet. It probably didn't set in yet. He probably started taking the chemotherapy once he started the Avengers movies. I'm thinking Avengers, it came out in 2018, but they probably was filming in 2017. And then I believe Black Panther, he probably was filming that in 2016. So he probably wasn't sick then. Well, as sick. He probably started taking the chemotherapy around 2017 after he recorded, or after they filmed the Avengers movies. Because once you take that chemotherapy and you're doing it daily, you don't have energy to do anything. My mother, when she would take that chemotherapy, it would just zap her strength, and she really wasn't able to do anything. The chemotherapy was so bad that some days she didn't want to take it. and she didn't take it because she couldn't take it. And I'm thinking the same thing would happen with him when he was doing, when he was filming Black Panther and Avengers. I'm sure that he probably wasn't taking the chemotherapy. And if you notice, both movies, Infinity Wars and Endgame, both came out in 2018. So they probably had the filming already done. He wasn't really even in Endgame much. So the recording of the movie or the filming was probably done in 2017 before he started taking the chemotherapy. Once he started taking the chemotherapy, you could see the dramatic weight loss, and he started looking sick. And like I said, this is what happens when you take that chemotherapy. Colon cancer ain't nothing nice. A lot of people don't talk about it as much as breast cancer, but women get colon cancer just like men get colon cancer. Like I said, my mother, she died of colon cancer, and it tore up her body. You know, lung cancer. People get lung cancer. You get all kind of cancers. you know, um, but yeah, it's tragic, and a lot of people, of all races, are sending out their condolences because it's like somebody says, everybody can't relate to racism. Everybody can't relate to oppression, being oppressed. Everybody can't relate to that, or being redlined and marginalized. You know, everybody can't relate to that, but everybody can relate to cancer. Everybody can relate to a natural disaster. If I talk about a hurricane and somebody in North Carolina talk about a hurricane, we may be from different race, different skin color, you know, a different state, but yeah, we both know about hurricanes. See, I could live in, which I live in New Orleans, and somebody in Vermont both understands about cancer. I know someone who died of cancer. They may know someone who died of cancer. So we can sympathize with that. Things that people have in common, people can relate to. So again, I just want to say, my condolences to the family, people who are hurt by this loss, the little kids who looked up to him. This is devastating, and like I said, I wish 2020 was just hurry up, because hasn't been a good year, especially for uh, African Americans, with the losses of Kobe, now Chadwick and Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, um, and George Floyd. I'm sorry, George Floyd. It's been a rough year. Okay, like, comment, subscribe. It's Tommy Forte. I'll see you.